of us are in ventilator. Some of us has already been closed. HMT watches, HMT tractors, etc. has already been winded up. Some of the other PSUs are getting privatized. Some others, they are under revival. Luckily, though all these things happened, during the last month of UPA government, they have declared a revival package for IT Limited, and we are now out of that ventilator now. IT has made a profit during 2014-15 and 15-16 and 16-17. Last year we have made a profit of 350 crores. And despite all the losses made by IT Limited as a whole, the Palakkad unit of IT Limited, from where I am coming, we were in profit for the past 2 decades continuously. And the profit we have made during the last year with a strength of 400 manpower, it is 135 crores. 400 employees of a unit was able to make a profit of 135 crores, and that unit is also not getting the pay revision because of the guidelines issued by DPE. DPE says that profitability as an industry only will be considered. Unit-wise profitability will not make it entitled for the revision. So, if profitability is the condition, it should be applicable everywhere. So the condition itself is irrational. So we are demanding that the profitability and affordability clause should be removed from this PRC recommendation as well as implementation OM issued by the DPE. Another thing, as the General Secretary of Kerala Zone, I have been entrusted with an appeal to this august body to pass a resolution with respect to a prestigious central PSU working in Kerala state, that is Hindustan Newsprints Limited. It is being proposed for 10% sale, and the process has been initiated by the government. But the thing is that HNL is in losses because of it is a part of Hindustan Paper Corporation. Hindustan Paper Corporation has its units in Northeast, particularly in Assam. So because of the losses made by that parent units, they were also affected, and now it is proposed that HNL may be put for sale, whereas HPC will be getting package because it is part of Northeast. So our demand is that this meeting demands the Union government to stop the sale of HNL and detach this prestigious CPSU from SPC and allow it to run on its own by providing an equity infusion of rupees 100 crores to remove the interest burden, which is the only hindrance to HNL to run it in profit. Thank you all.
Thank you. Now I request Comrade Madan from BHEL.
A very good evening to the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. I have one resolution to propose, 2 points to make, and 3 minutes to take. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Baby Thomas for taking all the strain to organize this thing, and Mr. Tomar and Mr. Franco for being the support for creating this event as well as the organization possible. With regards to the 2 points that I wanted to make a clear point that PSUs as such are profitable, are inherently efficient. To make that point, I'd like to quote the case of BHEL, which has been consistently ranked among the most innovative companies of the world. Mind you, not India, world. Forbes has listed BHEL as one among the most innovative companies of the world. And to make the point brighter, I would like to say that only 2 companies from India qualified, and BHEL was one among them. And also, BHEL has been a very competitive company, winning orders in international competitive bidding. It has contributed to 67% of the total power capacity of the country, and the plant load factor, which is the mark of efficiency of any power plant system, has been the highest among the industry. With this condition, what would have cost, that is for 40 years BHEL had been posting profit continuously. What would have cost a dent in the profit of such a company? That is the second point I wanted to make. The policies of the government, which are inconsistent and or motivated towards profiting people who are not anyway connected to the government is the one that is making dent to the company. During 2012-2013, the company was made to double its capacity from 10,000 megawatt of power production to 20,000 megawatt of power plant addition capacity. So that is one thing from which the company is yet to rise from. The government has proposed year after year, 5 year after 5 year, they have planned multiple power addition and projected number of plants. But this government has projected a different set of data and given a data that 100% of the villages are electrified and there is no power capacity addition required. Mind you, 30% of the households in India are still devoid of electricity. And some of you might ask that coal is not the way to go and alternate energy sources are the way to go. There are a number of points which are withheld from the eyes of the common public. One being that the alternative power sources are not a thing that can mushroom in a single day or so. It takes time, and India doesn't have the luxury of time to stop coal now and go for the alternative energy sources readily. I would like to quote one single incident where the government's due diligence was proved to be very least, is where the government made pact with Arriva and Westinghouse, and within some 2 years of making the pact, the two companies went bankrupt. So that is the kind of diligence that the government is involved before making such critical decisions involving India's energy security. And the last point of my speech would be about the resolution that I would like to add, that being, apart from uniting for the protest, I think we should support ourselves as well. I'm sure that we can stand up to the government and get things done, but the right way would be of self-reliance, where public sectors can support each other. For example, this HPCL being bought out by ONGC, this could be a key act, like it could be emulated by other public sectors as well. Like if companies can go in for backward and forward integration and support their fellow PSUs, I'm sure that this would solve problems of many PSUs not having market or not having raw material, and whatever methods of defunction that the government tries to propose would be powerless when PSUs unite. So my appeal to all the officers association is that your associations must take up with your management for forward and backward integration and annexation of companies within PSUs so that the companies are a force to reckon with. That's all. Thank you, folks.
He's going. Alok.
अच्छा.
So let him know. Comrade R. Kothandapani from CPWD.
Good afternoon, comrades. I am R. Kodandapani, Regional President, CPWD Engineers Association. Our association represents 90% of the gazetted officers, gazetted engineers of CPWD, Group A and Group B officers. Our department, Central Public Works Department, is one of the oldest department of Government of India. It's a premier construction agency taking up design, construction and maintenance of central government buildings all over India, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from northeast to west of India. Not only that, we have projects in Andamans and other Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep Islands also. Most of the projects which are tough to be taken by other agencies, we take up and complete, like border fencing of Bangladesh border, Pakistan border, etc. So ours is one of the oldest department, and recently, it is 163 years old. Recently our Minister, Urban Development Minister, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, sought to corporatize our department, and he was taking actions by engaging a consultancy firm, Ernst & Young. Immediately, we went on agitational mode, and we conducted agitations all over India in a large scale, and the government relented, and he called us for a talk across the table. And he promised us that corporatization will not happen, and only restructuring will happen. And this was the result of our strong agitational program. And I want you people to resist like that and see that our rights are not taken away by this government, and this privatization or corporatization doesn't happen. Our department is an expenditure department, unlike railways, which is a revenue earning department, but we create assets for the nation. In this juncture, I would like to thank the organizers of this conference and wish them the best. And I request all the comrades continue to show your unity and join the struggle in future also. And best wishes to AIPCOC. Long live AIPCOC. Thank you.